Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian Priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. We're going to do a person on our mind reading today. So before we begin, I want you to take a moment, just pause, breathe in and out, and just imagine a golden stream of light coming from the sun over you and trickling all the way down. And just choose someone who's been on your mind that you would like some clarity around. And that's who I'm going to be reading about. So let's do our best, shall we? We've already had a few cards pop out. We have the Horned God, Life Force in the Shadow. We have the Sword and the Bat. I'm going to choose one more card. And the Sword card has a dragon on it. Dragon has been a theme coming up a lot in my readings. We have Holy Water in the Shadow, which looks absolutely beautiful. We have Chalice, Fertility, the High Priest, which is almost like the Hierophant card. Let's get these 4 cards out. I'm just going to choose one more card. Someone here is going through a dark night of the soul. Someone is really questioning life, their life. They may have come out of something quite difficult. The last card that came out was the Neophyte, the study card with a big hawk or eagle. I'm just going to leave it to the side. Can guide the reading though. So the person on your mind has or is going through a major transition in their life, because the Bat card with the words rebirth does allude to having to face something that was kind of maybe dark or scary in some way for them. Now, this could also be you. So it's like the shadow work card, but shadow work is not something you do on a sunny Sunday morning in a yoga studio. It doesn't look healthy, healing, pleasant. It's something that you do when you wake up in the middle of the night with insomnia for 7 nights in a row. And you have to come to terms with something that won't leave you alone. So this person could also have some insomnia. Now, if they are a wise and dedicated person, then hopefully they're doing well and they're getting the support that they need. It looks like they are turning to study because we have the Neophyte card, which is the student. It's sort of like when you go through a dark night of the soul, often something difficult has come to pass. And some of us turn to study to try and figure out and make meaning. And look, even the High Priest card here does allude to that as well. And it's number 1 plus 4, which is the Hierophant card, which is because number 5, right? We're looking to sources, whether they're sacred texts, whether it's just knowledge that you never had before about this thing you've been through. Now, can you see all the cards? I don't think you can. I apologize. Maybe I'll put them 4 in a row. I feel like that often works better. I don't have the best setup yet, but I'm working on it. I think that's better. Let's try that. So the order was actually Bat, Sword, Chalice, and High Priest. So the person on your mind is going through a dark and difficult period, and or this could be you, as mentioned. Now, to help themselves go through this, they are taking action. They've picked up the sword to figure out what it is they need to do to guard themselves better. So I don't know if they have been harmed in some way or you have been harmed in some way. And so you've picked up the sword to defend and protect yourself. And I say that because the dragon is a protective spirit, really. It's a guardian of the treasure. And it guards the treasure. And for, brave and courageous knights cannot battle the dragon. You have to outwit the dragon, right? I mean, so the mythology goes. I know some of you know way more about dragon lore than I do. But here we have a dragon breathing fire, guarding. There's a pass through the mountains. And you are being asked to claim your sword. The sword came up recently, actually, with the Lady of the Lake giving you Excalibur. So you or the person you're dealing with has received some insight. Insight that can lead them to real action. And I think the real action is cutting off the thing that has harmed them or you. Maybe I'll just speak about you for now, but you can relate it to yourself or to the person on your mind. Now, the Chalice fertility card, this could have something to do with fertility or children. The dark night of the soul, the knowledge, the getting help. So if you're, I sense that there are people in the collective managing fertility issues. I also want to suggest that this is some new nourishment and healing, and you are tuning into what also aids you in terms of feeling good, right? So you can pick up the sword and you can take action, but you also know that you need an elixir that will benefit you in some way, some sort of medicinal, nourishing, either practice or service. That's another interpretation of the Chalice card. It's a really good omen for healing, for joy, for pleasure, and for going with the flow. So if things felt stagnant, you can see the water images in the first 3 cards. In the bat card, there was a lot of reflection, self-reflection, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, and a lot of sensing things. So bats move using their sense. They move in it's some sort of it's not infrared, but it's some sort of wave. Just like bees travel according to a wave, I believe bats also travel not using sight, but using a different sense to navigate and, be in community and survive. So you or your person have had to navigate something using your 6th sense and not knowledge that was given to you. And with that 6th sense, you have taken up arms and cut off the harmful thing in order to receive a joyful and beneficial thing. And, there is benediction in this card. There's so many sacred symbols in this card, the Chalice card. We have the trout, we have the river. It's sort of like a stream or a creek, really. There's a rainbow, there's a sun, there's a dove, and there's the Holy Grail. Now, the High Priest and the Neophyte card is certain knowledge has been attained via the process, but you have had to find the knowledge on your own. And now you're linking the pieces of the puzzle together. So that's good. And or you're going to meet someone very knowledgeable, someone very well read. I actually want to get another row from the Witch's Oracle. We have the familiar, the ally. Help is coming. Nemesis. Yeah, some harm was done to you or the person on your mind. And the message here is your perception of this person is correct. It's interesting that we've got the familiar, ally, and nemesis right next to each other. So maybe you met someone who you thought was an ally who wasn't. Definitely, because we've got the bat and the ally on the same vibration. So you had to use your senses to sniff out, is this person friend or foe? And you realized they're a foe. Again, this could be something the person on your mind is currently going through. Now healing is on the way. So you are now in the position of healing, because now we have Gaia healing literally on top of the Chalice card. And then the final card is Cave with a bear. So there really is a sense of needing to rest and recover from this thing. A difficult thing has passed. The bat can also indicate a death or a loss has occurred. So that's a really big thing to recover from. That's not something that people can recover from easily. And look, we have the Four of Swords from the Deviant Moon. I'm just checking to see if the cards are in frame. I hope they are. Person on our mind reading. What is going on with a person on our mind? The Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card. I do see, like, if this person is you that's gone through the loss and you're recovering, the person on your mind is going to make an offer that is based on something that can grow and something that is just. Or justice is a theme in this story. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You've lost a lot of trust in people. And you're just not sure, like, is this person on your side or not? Because maybe what they're offering is not enough. Or maybe you're so depleted that you need more. You know, like true justice and true equanimity, I can never say that word, is based on what people actually need, not what you think is fair. So we have the Six of Swords and the World card. There is a moving on and a graduation and a migration here. Just going to cover the World card with the Dark Lady. Still works, actually. It's still beautiful. Yeah. It's a real theme of recovery after loss in this reading. And just not feeling your best. Five of Swords, a separation or an argument has occurred. King of Swords with a King of Swords, or you've had to again raise your sword. So what does this have to do with the other person though? Is it perhaps that they've gone through a similar story and you're going to find like a connection on it? Could be, because we've just received the Two of Cups. which Patrick Valenza has such a dark interpretation of. It's actually brilliant. And the Hierophant again, with the Five of Cups in the shadow. I feel like there's a lot of turmoil in your life right now, or in your psyche. A lot of grief, a lot of grieving. Maybe someone has depression. We also do actually have the royal couple here, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is a type of relationship or communication where you both like are in the 5D with each other. You're thinking about each other. You're imagining each other. I do see a coming together. Like if you're the High Priestess energy and you're a bit closed off right now, you've just come out of something pretty major, you're in the Hanged Man pose. You need rest, you need to retreat, you need to be alone, and or you were dealing with a Pisces man who was not who he said he was, who was actually an enemy and not a friend. The person on your mind does wish to approach you, but it won't be a likely match. And see, blood is spilt. In the Deviant Moon Tarot, which is a shadow deck, that skeleton figure who approaches the woman has ill intent. So don't be fooled with invitations and things. Like the High Priestess reminds you to use your senses, especially if you've come out of a bat, and or the person does operate through the other world. I kind of feel like the High Priestess energy is you, is the energy I'm reading for. You're the type of person that knows things, not because someone wrote it down and proved it to you. You're the type of person that knows things because your senses have picked up on what people are not saying. Whereas the person that you're meeting is a bit more literal, a bit more in the world. Definitely a person who enjoys discussing the meaning of life, existence of life. And May is important here because the Hierophant rules Taurus. So I don't know if you met this person in May, or if you began conjuring them in your mind in May. But May is significant here. So go back to the month of May and remind yourself, what were you doing? What were you praying for? What were you asking for? What were you contemplating? Which was Taurus season. They could actually be a Taurus. Yeah. So, you know, the person on your mind is thinking of you as well and wants to approach you. For what purpose? With what intent? Nine of Cups. That's nice. Three of Swords. Not so nice. Three of Cups. So there's 2 3 cards matching. 2 3 cards, yeah. Kind of. There is a theme of healing here. So this person has wished you up. They've wished for you. When they meet you in their mind, they won't tell you. Because the High Priestess and the Hierophant, they operate via... How do I even explain it? They operate more on what is unsaid. When they meet you, they're going to say to themselves, this is the person I wished for or prayed for. But I don't know if you're going to be so sure because you've come out of something pretty major. And you're like, I don't know if I can trust this. But I do see you coming into your full glorious power. And you might come into that power via physical strength or exercise or invigorating yourself in some way. Because if you are tired and worn down, you know, it's hard to make decisions. The final two cards here is the Ten of Rods and the Star. Yeah. I kind of feel like the two of you might be two kind of wounded lovers who finally meet, but you're not meeting with the best of yourself. You know, you're meeting in your broken self. You're meeting in your put together self. I'm not suggesting this person's broken, nor you. It's more that, you know, you've gone through a lot in your life, people. That's the sense I get. Let me know if this is playing out and what you think. Otherwise, I will leave you, as always, with my love and courage. Until we meet again. Bye for now.